07 35192. Send a text. Of course, you can leave us messages if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app. If you do, tell me where you do that. Guardians will play tonight. They ended a 5-game losing streak. They got swept by the Mariners here at home. Finally beat the Kansas City Royals, though, last night. 6-5 was the final there. And they'll play them again tonight, 8:10. They're in Kansas City, so that's their central time, tonight on MMS. This is the second of 3, and then they'll head up north to play the Twins, come back home, play the Angels. They got still a lot of baseball left to play in the city of Cleveland and all over these United States. The entire regular season, by the way, ends with the Guardians playing the Royals here at home, a 6-game series against Kansas City Royals, who are traditionally, at least in recent memory, have been a dynamite team. They are less so this season. They're near the bottom of the division. But again, any given Tuesday, I have to keep reminding myself today is Tuesday. Hey, how was your special, by the way? You did your special over the weekend, didn't you?
It was fantastic.
Did Mary show up, or did she avoid it like she pretended she didn't know you?
I came on Saturday.
She came out on Saturday,
sets.
did a couple sets. It was, it was just awesome. Oh, all right. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix Poundcake's camera, but I had to update my password, so I'll deal with that in the break. But it was awesome. There were so many people that came out, sold out early shows Friday and Saturday, had great turnouts for the late shows, and just so many people, friends and family, and then customers coming out and being supportive was awesome. All the shows were so much fun. Right before the first show started on Friday, though.
At what time was the first show on Friday? You did
7:20.
7:20, all right.
There was a guy that passed out, like just fell out of his chair.
Awesome. I'm just kidding.
Poundcake, go back to FaceTime again for this one.
Okay.
But it was wild because this guy just like falls out of his chair, and he was sitting where
before the show's even
before
started.
the show's like, this is 10 minutes before the show was about to start, and he passes out, and it was where my girlfriend's dad was sitting. So I thought that he might have been the one that passed out, and that was kind of scary. And then I got over there, it wasn't him. But if you're the guy that passed out before my show on Friday and you're listening right now, let me know if you're okay. And we'll, I hope you are.
Mm-hmm. Did your girlfriend entreat her parents to come to the show, or were they happy to come? Or
yeah, well, she just invited them.
Right.
Her mom didn't make it, but
had they seen you perform before?
No, this was the first time.
So this was going to be kind of a litmus test.
Yeah. Poundcake, I'm going to call you. Don't. Oh, so yeah, it was awesome. Like Pete at the Funny Stop was great. Everything was just. Mary was there. You saw it.
He served his world famous hummus.
Yes.
How did he spell your name on the marquee? Is all I want to know.
He spelled it right, I believe.
Bill Squire.
Did he use?
I didn't even actually go out there and look at it.
Did he use any sevens for one of the L's in Bill? Upside down sevens.
I didn't even think to go out and look at it.
Oh, okay. Because Mary's a big one for like making sure her name's okay on the marquee.
Yeah.
You'll go out. It's quality control.
And I usually take a picture with me with the marquee. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of those, name in lights. I feel like it never gets old when you see your name on a marquee.
I just never think about it.
It's my favorite thing. To see my name up there like, hey.
But you also want to make sure that it looks correct.
Right.
That it's right. You know it's your name.
Yeah.
You want everybody else to know.
It's not Mary Santora.
Mary Santora.
I did meet Mary Santorum.
Oh, she came?
Yeah, she came to
She do a set?
Yeah. No, did not, because she wasn't with her comedic troupe, the Bombers.
Uh-huh.
And that was very nice to take a picture with them.
It's good to be Bill Squire. It always feels right when he's in the spotlight.
She said you would recognize her by her unusually large Adam's apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mustache, right?
Yeah.
And mustache.
And
right.
both were true.
Nice.
When you grab it, you'll feel how firm it is.
Yeah, it was just a great weekend, and just thank you to everybody that came out. A lot of questions about when it will be released, how it's going to be released. It is going to be released on my YouTube channel. Just Bill Squire. If you search that on YouTube, you'll find that channel. and it's going to be, I would think, in November. We're shooting for a November release.
And it's called Pure BS.
Pure BS.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
That
for
is good.
That's a good name.
Because what were you going to call it?
Alpha Fail.
I mean, that's
Which
good too.
That ties
Pretty
into
good.
one of the bits.
And you can also still use that. I mean, I'm sure at some point you'll do another special, unless this was it. Unless you want to announce
goodbye
here
special.
and today.
Yeah, this is
Specials are all done.
This is it for 2022 for sure. I'm not going to do any more specials.
You sure?
for this
2022.
year. Yeah.
None.
You
This
had
is
like a 13-month turnaround.
Yeah.
on the last
this is your Q4 special.
But the last two that like Bam Bam and Pure BS are both like a conglomeration of stuff. Like there's newer stuff in there, but there's a lot of stuff that I had been working on for years, and I kind of updated it and made it into a thing. So whatever I do next is going to be a lot of from scratch
Brand
type
new.
of stuff.
Mhm.
So, and I already got that. Like Sunday when I woke up, I'm like, oh, I got 5 ideas for jokes, like right off the rip. All garbage, but
Every single one.
But
you still have
at
to write
least
them down.
I wrote them down and start working on the new stuff now. But I'm just really overwhelmed with gratefulness for everybody that came out and watched the shows, and the crowds were just awesome too. They were just on it. They were laughing. They weren't disruptive. It was just a great weekend.
Do you move any merch at those?
Oh yeah, lots of merch. Marty did great. Martin Malloy came out and
Martin Malloy was
He
on this show
crushed it,
last
yeah.
week, and he was
I was listening.
That guy's a piece of work.
Yeah, it was great.
I hadn't talked to him in a long
cracking
time.
Up. I was driving down to Columbus during that segment, and I was losing my mind because I know Marty. I've known him for 10 years, So I was like, oh man, that's great.
But I bet he's no different in person than
Yeah, no,
on
he is
the
exactly what
same
you're gonna
guy.
get, no
Right.
matter what time of day you talk to him, no matter
Mhm.
what the subject matter is,
Yep.
on stage, off stage, exactly that person.
hmm
He was the first person who showed up at my dad's memorial.
He had nothing else to do.
well,
Well, it was just
He was
so funny.
walking around doing nothing.
It
very
actually,
punctual to almost to a fault.
that's
because
okay.
He gets there an hour early.
Honestly, what it was that like Marty and I have never been like super, super close. We've been friendly. We've been, comics. We've joked around and hung out over the years. But like, I don't know why it made my heart feel so like full when I saw him. And I was like, of all the people I expected to be here ready to go, Martin Malloy was not number one on my list. So for him to be there just like, I'm really sorry about your dad. And like, he's just like hanging around. I'm like,
Sorry
okay.
about your
Did
dad.
you vote
Where's
for
the
me?
food?
Right. Is this Mary's dad's funeral?
Funeral.
It was just very sweet, in his own way for him to be there and be so supportive,
Sure.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, it is nice. My brother came out to one of the shows. I haven't seen him. He hasn't come to see me do stand up in a while. I mean, mostly because of the pandemic and stuff like that. And his wife was with him. And
This is an in-town brother?
yeah, this is my last in town sibling. Everybody else is gone. So he was and then like Grandma came out, and there was just a lot.
Oh,
of
Grandma
people.
came out.
Yeah, Grandma came out with.
Had you seen her in
Haley
a while?
Cooper. I see her every week. Couple
Every
times a
week.
We
You
live in
have
the same
you have a
building.
standing appointment?
Yeah.
But you're different floors.
Yeah.
So unless you go up, you're not going to see her.
Well, we run into each other.
You do.
But then
Garbage
also,
room, laundry room.
we have a standing appointment we have dinner pretty much every week.
Mhm.
So it was great. And I was very thankful that Mary made it out. Like
It was dodgy.
I know. And like
fought
you
a-
said you weren't going to, and then I was like, oh man, like I understood it. I completely understood.
We had went to the air show all day.
Went.
We had been
I've
gone
been hanging out with
We
Poundcake.
had been gone
Poundcake.
at to the air show.
Punch juice. What are you doing to her?
What I'm supposed to do? I'm corrupting her.
We had gone to the air show. We had been at. What do you want me to say? We had gone and been to.
Just proper English grammar is all I'm looking for.
We were at the air show all
There
day.
you go. At the air show all day.
And it was 86 degrees with 100% humidity. And my boyfriend and his daughter loved it. They were having a great time, but the day will wear on you. Even if it's your favorite thing to do is go watch airplanes after 5 hours sitting in that heat, nobody's happy.
I don't understand anybody other than military
Alan,
and children who
I-
enjoy that.
No, man, it's
I-
cool.
Dude,
It is cool.
remember?
Bill can sit in his, not everybody is breathing their rarefied air, but he can sit in his apartment and watch those things go.
Right.
I was walking to go get something to eat today, and it must have been jets still going over the lakefront or something, because it was this roaring noise, but it didn't have that Doppler effect. It didn't sound like it was getting close real quick and then gone real quick. It sounded like a noise I'm used to when I go home is L trains going by,
Yeah.
but they don't have those here. I was like, what is it? And a handful of people, we're at an intersection waiting through a red light and going, what is that roaring noise? I assumed it was jets going by, but I don't know what the hell it was.
Well, so we spent all day there. We packed a cooler.
What
We
is
had
all
lunch.
day? Tell me.
We got there at like 12:30 or 1.
Yeah.
And we left when it ended at 4:30.
Oh, okay.
So 4.5 hours,
Okay.
but still just sitting outside in heat for
With
that
a
long.
6-year. That's a long time.
It's a long time. And by the time we got home and we had walked like a mile to the car and everybody was hot. Everybody was aggravated. It was 6 o'clock by the time we got home. And I text Bill and I was like, I don't think it's going to happen.
Where do you sit and watch this? At Burke?
So it takes place at Burke, but my boyfriend's family tradition, I guess they've gone every year since he was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
They don't go in. They close off the marginal ramp, South Marginal Road onto 90. They close off
Okay.
the ramp and you just sit on the ramp.
Okay.
So instead of paying $25 a person, you just sit on a closed highway ramp
Gotcha.
and watch
Okay.
anyway. I mean, it's the same thing. But so we were all tired, aggravated, hot. Nobody had eaten since sandwiches at like 2 p.m.
Right.
And so I hit up Bill and
A
I was
lot
like,
of this over and
over and
over and
over
over and over
and
again.
my boyfriend's daughter had on the safety headphones
Yes.
that
Yep.
little kids wear, but she couldn't hear herself talk. So she was screaming the whole Dad! Dad! And we're like, dude, we can hear you.
You can't blame her. I
Right.
mean, you got to protect her ears, but
So by the time everyone got home and showered and together and like finally we had to go find food and everything, I was like, Bill, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And then I didn't eat. I grabbed a cheese stick and my boyfriend's like, go down there, I'll take care of dinner. So by the time I got down there, it was like right as the first show was starting. I really didn't think I was gonna make it. And when I told my boyfriend's daughter that I wasn't gonna go to dinner with them, it was like full-blown meltdown because she was tired from being in the sun all day and she just wanted to see me and I never get to see. I was like, now I feel guilty. So I text him and I was like, you better be funny because I'm leaving. Like, I'm so
And I
frustrated.
was.
You killed it, dude. You did so great.
Awesome. Also, remember Tom, who had the very bad week, and I offered him tickets and said I was going to take care of his tab. He came out. He was front row. And he definitely took me up on the tab.
you upgraded him like Mary got upgraded on the first class.
Yes. I got in front row, and yeah, he.
What was his tab? What did he cost you?
$75.
That's not bad.
That's not terrible, but
Yeah.
you know. Like I told
I
Mary,
thought it was kind of a lot.
Mary's like,
He was paying it and I was like, that guy.
Same with a guest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but they came out for free and then they like run up a
$2 drink minimum,
$75
right?
tab.
So
I
you
mean,
got to buy 4 drinks. You're going to buy 2 more. That's 6. They're probably $10 a pop.
Yeah,
You're going to get hummus. Yeah, drinks aren't cheap.
all right.
That's all right.
That's how they make their money.
Yeah,
I was
it's
happy
fine.
to pay it because it was such a great weekend and
It really was.
so many. I don't know. It just each show was awesome. Like I could take any one of those shows and cut it up and make that into the special. Like it was that good of a weekend. So I got a lot of footage to comb through and edit, but overall, I'm just feeling very grateful and excited to put this thing out and bother you guys to watch it, which is the most important part. Is when it comes out, you don't have to buy anything. All you got to do is watch it.
Right.
Just watch it all the way through. Send it to 5 people. Get them to watch it.
Do you here? Can I give them? Not that they don't want to watch it all the way
Right.
through. You just gotta let it play. You could mute it and just let it play the whole way through. You know what I mean? Just while you're doing
All the
stuff.
streaming tricks.
For real. Just,
All the tricks.
Even if you've already heard it and you're just cleaning your house, just put it on your laptop, hit play, mute it, and go about your day. You know, that helps.
It does help.
But you
Gets it in
wanna
the
hear it. It's
algorithm.
very
Yes,
good.
It's very good. I'm very proud of it.
But this is
Very funny stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to watch it and hear it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you could do that for the second or third go around. Just let it play through.
I mean, you could put on your headphones and walk around and do what you're doing, and it could be on your laptop across the room. You wouldn't have to sit there and watch. You could listen to it. Like, let's say you're cleaning, right? You could be listening to it through your headphones, and your laptop could be across the room.
That's if you have Bluetooth
You don't have-
headphones.
Do people still have wired headphones?
Mine are plugged into my laptop right now.
Okay, well,
There's people
I
that
mean,
are like, when
I-
is this DVD coming out?
Right.
So you got to
Understood.
Keep
No,
in
I get
mind.
it. They're dirt cheap now,
Yeah.
so I assume most people have. No, I have a couple of those because my laptop still has the 1/4-inch thing in it or whatever. But listen, I don't want to bring the room down too much, but I was positively crestfallen to see that Cedar Point announced they're shutting down the Top Thrill Dragster for good. They shut it down this entire season because I guess there was a bolt that for some reason I think that this thing has barely been around, but it's been there 20 years. For some
not
reason I was
20.
19 is what this says.
Oh,
It
really?
came out in 2003.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So for some reason I was thinking that that I got here before the Top Thrill Dragster did too. Clearly, that's not the case. But they said that it's closing permanently. Now, it was, and you can fight me on this, the best ride at Cedar Point.
No,
Again, you're free to fight me on this.
I will.
After 19 seasons in operation with 18 million riders, that number they probably made up, Top Thrill Dragster is being retired, they said. So they got to put something in its place.
I just think I think the reason why they're
The
getting rid of
bottom
it,
thrill dragster.
Hey.
I think people got tired
It
of
never goes up. It goes in a circle really, really fast.
Oh, God.
Do you like centrifugal force? Do you like it on a flat plane?
I think people got tired of waiting 2 to 3 hours for a less than 30-second ride, and I think that's why they're getting rid of it.
Maybe.
I think it was just one of those rides that was so hard to maintain
Yes, because
that they're just like, we've already had someone get hurt really bad from this. We can never keep it open for a full day. It's time to just move on.
people getting
I
hurt.
It was
wonder
a
what-
toxic relationship.
I wonder why that was, because nobody had any problems. Those lines were always full. People had no problem
That's
waiting in
what I'm
line for that
saying.
until that woman got hit. A woman standing in line 2 summers ago was injured by a flying part that came off one of the trains.
But that makes it, again, a ride that people want to go on because they're like, give me that Bolt money.
Did she get Bolt money from
I'm sure she got
Cedar
Bolt money.
Fair?
Yeah.
I guess so, right? If you get hurt, that probably is your quickest way to uncontested money, is getting hurt at an amusement park.
It's like,
Or
don't
Because
ruin
anywhere.
the fun
all,
for everybody
all,
else.
but all the other things, obviously they'll ask you a battery of questions like, if you slip and fall somewhere, you figure a lot of, they're called slip and falls. I mean, they're so common, people use them as a scam. If you go to a grocery store and you slip, they go, well, there was a sign right there. And you go, well, I didn't see it. But at a theme park where everything is stationary but you, and everything is supposed to be, everything's moving very fast, supposed to be in working order, and there are periods throughout the day where you are standing essentially still. You're moving feet at a time. But if you're standing essentially still in a line and you get hurt from something, I'm sure that they try to find a way to not pay people, but it seems like that'd be a real hard case to be like, well, ma'am, what were you, when the bolt came off the ride,
Did
what
you
were you,
duck?
what
were
were
you
you
wearing?
doing? Yeah.
What's bigger news, like the dragster closing down or the fact that Mariah Carey was there yesterday?
I think the dragster.
I mean, for me, I think it's the Top Thrill Dragster. I couldn't figure out why Mariah Carey was there with Nick Cannon's, I was going to say Nick Cannon's kids.
They're her
2 of his
kids.
brood,
Yeah.
her children with Nick Cannon, right. You can make that distinction.
I would,
She was there with Moroccan and
Monroe.
Monroe
I would like
there at Cedar Point over the weekend.
I would like to think that if I saw her, I would play it cool. But there ain't no way that I would just be coming back from the ride and the dude's like, "Welcome back, riders. How was your ride?" I'm like, "Holy crap, that's Mariah Carey! Let me out of this!" So I can run out and take a picture or something.
Well, I like how the article in the Plain Dealer says, stars, they're just like us. Guarantee she wasn't waiting in no 2-hour line.
Absolutely not.
And then, but part of her caption was, had a great time at Cedar Point. Never again in heels, though. Why would you wear heels to an amusement park other than being Mariah Carey?
Oh, did you guys see the video of the ride that broke down in India?
Yeah.
yes,
that-
I did.
That thing
is-
that's supposed to drop and then
Yeah.
stop, like the demon drop type thing, except
all
it
the
just
way down.
fell all the way down. Yeah.
And like when it hits, like people just go flying out of it.
Sure.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Unbelievably, I don't think anybody got really hurt on that. Like
no,
there were
they
some
got
injured
hurt,
people.
but no one died, and no
Right.
one was like.
These days,
in
that's what you got to
critical
hope for, I
condition.
I
guess.
feel like I would have PTSD from that. I don't think I would ever trust another machine like that again. I would be. Afraid
I
of
won't go on those. It's like the
the little fair
videos.
coasters.
The demon drop things. The video they show of people, because the camera's right there in your face, because people want the video of them on the bungee ride,
Mhm.
where they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then they go up there and they immediately hate their life. They're passing out intermittently because of the G's they're taking. I don't see any. I know people love it. I'm like, I will not get on one of those
I did one of
bungee
those.
rides.
I did one of the big swings back in the day. This is probably when I was 12 or 13 years old.
Like a bungee swing?
It
or
wasn't a
just
bungee swing. They just bring you all the way back, and and then you just swing. And it was like
Yeah.
me and my 2
Were you
brothers.
laying on your belly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was that was very fun. But the bungee one where they just kind of like shoot you up and spring,
Yeah,
like,
it was
Make
no
you back up.
interest.
I did that in South Carolina.
The bungee one.
Nobody looks like they're having fun on those things. Like some people try to fake it and they go, "Oh, this is great." But like your face is back, like Katie Hellman in Brazil, and
I
you're
do
like,
like
what
when the
hell?
women go on there with like a tank top and you're waiting for a pop out. That
You're
sounds
such a
fun.
creep.
What?
He's a guy. He likes boobs.
Oh, I see boobies.
Well,
Let your
yes.
boobies
Yeah, but an
go
accidental
out.
boob's like the best kind. Like there's something awesome about it.
Mr. Boob, that's me.
Just like-
B-double-O-B, Boob.
When the guys take the girls in a rally car and they're wearing a tank top and they're just like drifting around corners and you're just waiting to see a little slip, a little pop out.
What's the matter with that, Mary?
There's nothing wrong with it.
That's what
You
he
like
wants to
boobs,
see.
whatever.
Yes, he likes boobs. You do too. If you didn't have them, you'd feel differently about yourself.
Dude, this last period had my boobs so heavy.
Yeah.
Brian, that's what I was doing. I was walking around the house with my hands cupped under my boobs, like feeling them. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, they're so heavy." He's like, "They do look a little bigger." I'm like, "I don't know what's going on." But this last round of PMS, like, swole them up. They went back down, but
Poundcake
it
said
was
if I lose
wild.
weight, and he'll give me $200.
That's exactly what I was like. God, this is crazy. I'm
Oh,
just
my
like,
goodness.
cupping them, walking around.
Did he walk over to help?
He did.
Of course he
It's like,
did.
you know what, they do feel.
Because he likes boobs too. Honey, I'm going to need to confirm or deny your assessment. I'm going to break here. If you want to text for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You want to watch, and you can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.
On